You're listening to KCYP 97.7 The City. This is Scarlet Rose, and you're now listening to RGV Rocks. Thank you, Audex, for the intro. Once again, you're listening to KCYP 97.7 FMLP The City. This is Scarlet Rose, along with my co-host,
Rockin' Rudy.
And welcome to RGV Rocks, KCYP 97.7 FMLP The City. It's a nonprofit organization that promotes local artists such as myself and is the home of indie music. We are now accepting donations through our website, www.thecity977.com, as well as sponsorships to keep this radio station thriving. For more information on paying donations, sponsorships, or business advertisement, feel free to contact Joe Martinez at 956-789-0702 or by email martinezjoe@hotmail.com. If you guys want to donate to the city, be sure to click the link in the description below if you want to do so. For the people that don't know who we are, what we do, RGV Rocks is a radio show and now an online podcast dedicated to local talent, events, and all the wonderful people in the RGV, such as you and I. Rock and Rudy, do you want to announce our very special guest for today?
I do. Now, don't let the pineapple shirt fool you guys, okay? This guy right here, the lead singer, lead guitarist, the man, the myth, the legend, behind the mic, Mr. Oh my
Jaxx
God,
Fenixx.
Jaxx Fenixx from Venomous. I was going to say Venomous first and then Jaxx Fenixx, but no, it's Jaxx Fenixx from Venomous. One of the most heavy metalist bands there is out there in the RGV right now. These guys rock hard, they play hard, and I'm pretty sure they hang out hard too. But you know what? Jaxx Fenixx, how you doing? Welcome, brother. Woo!
What's up? What's up, Rockin' Rudy? What's up, Scarlet Rose? Thank you for having me in your show. It is an honor to be here, and I'm excited. I'm here at my house joining you guys, and I'm so happy, and I'm ready to start this interview because I love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. What's it called, Jax? Oh,
go ahead, Ness.
I'm sorry. I was about to ask him, has this been your first interview, like being interviewed?
By myself, I believe this is my second or third, but I usually am always interviewed with the band. I'm always with the band. We are like the Three Musketeers, one for one, one for all for one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But lately, it's been hard to get together. Everybody has their own schedules. They're out doing working or doing projects, so it's hard to get together sometimes. So we decided it's cool if we go on interviews on our own, and here I am.
All right, that's so cool. Okay, Rudy. Sorry to cut you off like that.
That's okay. Hey, I was gonna ask you, Jaxx. I know that the band Venomous. How long have you had this creation?
Well, it started back in 2011, I believe. My brother Snake and I decided to make a band. Well, I actually decided I wanted to make a band with my brother. I was very inspired by AC/DC.
Oh wow!
I love the Young Brothers. The things that they do on stage. Like I would watch the videos, the live videos, and the music videos, and I would see their dynamic and the stuff that they would do together, and I was like, man, like I really want to do that with my brother, and my brother at the time, he wasn't interested in playing guitar, and what I did to get him interested was I bought him a Fender Telecaster, which was his favorite guitar. He really liked that guitar, and I remember he would always point it out to me. And one day I went to Guitar Center and I saw one, and it was beautiful, and I was like, this is the one that he always shows me. So I bought it, I took it home, I gave it to him, and I told him, look, bro, I hope this guitar helps to inspire you so we can make music together. And from there on, like he started learning, and he loved it. He loved it. And from there, we started learning songs together, some AC/DC songs, some Metallica songs, even Mana. We used to play some Mana, different kinds of genres, Guns N' Roses. And little by little, we got the hang of how music works. And we're like, you know what? Let's make our own songs. So that's where our original songs started coming up. And our first band name was the Roses Thorns. I guess because I was inspired by Guns N' Roses. We were the Roses Thorns, and after that, it evolved into the Myths, which was a name inspired by the Doors. In the movie The Doors by Oliver Stone, you see Val Kilmer playing Jim Morrison, and he's at the beach, and the actor playing Ray Manzarek tells him, "Let's make a band. Let's make the Myths."
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So like, let's make the Myths. And then when I heard the Myths, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like that's a badass name because I was very inspired by the Doors at the time. I was listening. I literally believed I was the reincarnation of Jim Morrison. Like I have pictures where I have like side by side comparisons and shit. Like I really believe that was the reincarnation of Jim Morrison. And in that time, we were making some of the best music. Some stuff that was very experimental, and later on it evolved into what is now Venomous.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
So basically, you thought you were going to be a myth. That's why you created Myth, the band Myth, because you thought you were going to be a myth. But you know, in order to be a myth, you no longer have to be here in this world. But we're glad that you are here in this world and you're venomous now. But you're still a myth, you know.
Yeah, no, like it's all like if no, like it's all about believing in yourself. You can come from nothing and become someone just by believing in yourself and following your dreams. And although I am not at the level I want to be now, and I am not the yet at the I'm not the celebrity status that I want to be yet, but I know and I have the feeling that one day I will, because if I don't believe in myself, nobody will. And I really believe in the power of the law of attraction. I believe in manifestation, and that stuff goes through my head all the time. And that's the way you make things happen. You know, you just believing. If you believe, you can make anything happen.
mm-hmm.
Well, I have a saying that says, "If it is to be, it is up to me."
Exactly.
You know, and the way I see it is, I'm the type of person that if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. You know, and I don't like I don't like tell you, you know what, I'll be there tomorrow, I promise, and then I don't show up, you know, because then you're already expecting to do whatever you're gonna do, you know, and but I like to think of it like, for me, for what we do, you know, like say me and Scarlet Rose, you know, our shows that we do the best that we can do to help people from the RGB, you know, succeed, get better, get bigger, you know, and that's what happens, you know, and like it's the same thing with for yourself, you know, you and your band Venomous, you know, you guys have been on the roads or doing your stuff since 2011.
Yeah,
things have been going good for you guys, because you guys, you know, are still rocking and rolling, you know what I mean, still out there playing that good heavy metal and stuff. And now you're creating your own music, you're making your own music and stuff, and I just can't wait for that album to go double platinum and stuff, you know.
Oh, thank you. And we're still, I mean, we're still in the process of finishing our album right now, but we also have other projects that we have lined up that also, you know, have to do with music, and have to do a lot with video and content creation. So we are working, honestly, we're working very hard behind the scenes. I know sometimes some bands go dark for a little bit, but it's for a reason, because in the background there's a lot of stuff going on that nobody knows about. But when you come back with all this explosive material and all this content and all this new music, and with promoting new stuff, that's when everybody goes crazy and they're like, oh man, I haven't seen these guys for a while. That's why I don't really like, you know, playing shows every week and going to the Walrus every week and going to, you know what I mean? Because if you can see Venomous every week, and you're not gonna want to see them like all the time, you know what I mean? Like some people are gonna get tired. So to me, when Venomous comes out, is because it's a rare occasion, and because it's something special, and because it's something that it's gonna be for good. And we've done a lot of charity, and one of those times was for Save El Rey. I remember we didn't want to play it all because it was like the main COVID season, and Cine El Rey was closed, and there was no way to jam there. And for us, Venomous, that was a big hit for us because we love to play at Cine. We have very high respect for Bert, your father,
Yeah.
Scarlett. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. He's a very, very, very down to earth man. You have no idea how much respect I have for that man. And he's a great musician and a great musical engineer. He makes the bands sound amazing, even better than the technicians that they bring from out of state. Like amazing, amazing sounds, amazing light. We love to play at Cine El Rey. So when we heard that Cine El Rey was in trouble, of course we jumped in, and of course we wanted to be part of the lineup, and of course we wanted to help raise money because that's our home. If you go to the back to the green room of Cine El Rey, you're gonna see in the back
Oh, it's a
it
little
says
sign that you
Venomous
signed there.
and
I
it says
saw
house.
that.
Yeah, it says Venomous House. Why? Because that's our home. That's where that's the first place that gave us an opportunity to be venomous, to be who we are. One of our first gigs ever, I contacted Bert through the phone, like not even like online because there was no Facebook or stuff like that back in 2011 or 2012. And I contacted him through the phone and I talked to him over the phone and I asked him what can I do to play at Cine El Rey? I have a band and I'll do anything to play at Cine. What can I do to play there? And he was like, just come on Tuesdays, man. We have our open mic. And I was like, I could take my band to open mic and you guys would let us play? And he was like, yeah, man. And I was like, we're gonna be there. And so like one of our first shows was at the front at the bar at Cine El Rey, and it's on YouTube, and the audio is messed up because it's on one of those old phones from back in the day, but it's a great show, and it was one of our greatest shows ever, I believe, because we were on fire, we were young, we were hungry, and we wanted it, and that was one of our first like performances, and I'm very thankful. So coming back to like like the going to play at Cine for Save El Rey, we came out of COVID. We came out to jam even on COVID season, and everything was closed and everything was sanitary, and there was a lot of precautions taken. There was no people at the show or whatever. Only the people that were recording and the cameras. So there was everything. All the precautions were taken. So that was very cool. Everybody was wearing masks and everything, but um, but it was a thing that we wanted to do for good, for so we can help out also, and we were a part of that, and we're always trying to do stuff for good. So that year we only played that one show for Cine El Rey. In 2020 we played no shows. The only show that we played was for Cine El Rey at the Save El Rey, and I believe it was in August, and that was it.
Yeah. I was gonna mention about that actually because I don't know if anybody has noticed like the views in the specific live stream when Venomous came on, it just skyrocketed because so many people missed Venomous. They're like, oh my gosh, Venomous was performing. They're like, oh, gotta go in.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. What's it
Wow.
called?
You're gonna
Yeah.
have to let us. You're gonna have to let us know the next time the band gets together and they're gonna perform, so we can show up over there and maybe even do a real quick live podcast. Hey, we're out here at Cine Ray or wherever it is you're at.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
I'll definitely. You guys will be the first ones I'll let know whenever we do something else, something live again. I don't know when it's gonna be, but hopefully soon.
Hopefully when the new album comes out, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully soon.
Let us know when that. Let us know when that drops too. So like that
We're
we can
shooting
also
for
promote the album.
well, we're shooting for the end of the summer, hopefully the start of the fall. It is a lot of recording and video recording and content making, and I'm shooting for that time. Hopefully by the beginning of the fall, we should start promoting. And it's the perfect time, man, to start jamming out because it starts getting fresh, it starts getting cool. October starts coming in, all the ghouls and goblins start coming out. So it's perfect time for us. We were shooting for that time.
Speaking about what's it called, digital media that you told us about, like what's going on in the background. You're part of PVT.
Yeah.
Now officially, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, so now I'm an official part of hashtag PVT. One of my favorite shows. I used to watch that show like religiously with my brothers in the living room, and we would get really high. So I'm sorry, I know it's a family show, but it's a funny show, and
It's the truth.
and
It's the truth.
it's the truth. We get really high watching it, and Rock gave me the opportunity to come into the chat zone and be the pretty much handle the chat zone in the show, and I couldn't believe it. Like I couldn't believe it because first of all, like Rock and Roll James is a legend, you know, and to be learning firsthand from a person that, you know, has interviewed so many people, including Selena, and
Mm-hmm.
that has been through and that is part of Tejano history. Like it's just I can't explain how blessed I am uh to be part of that small circle, you know. So if you ask me how I feel about it, man, I am ecstatic. I am ecstatic and I'm super happy. I can't believe all these good things are happening to me. But when you're good, good things happen. And I've been trying to be I've been trying to be very positive and trying to, you know, what I've been doing lately, what I've been practicing is turning negative things into positives. And I think that's really helped my life, that's really helped, you know, to lead a better life when you stop just thinking about the negative and you're like, you know what, let me turn this negative into positive stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of positive stuff has been happening, thank God.
Yes, especially
There you
because, like, oh
go.
my gosh. I know, well, speaking about positive things, I'm gonna bring up a couple of, well, I think 2 months ago, right? 2 months ago, you found
Mhm.
a snake under the Venobus.
Oh yeah.
Was that
Yeah,
like your
well,
good luck charm because like you're venomous, basically?
well, 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 here's the thing. Let me go back to that day. That day I was inside the house and Snake went outside to throw the trash. And when came back inside, he was like, dude, there's a fucking snake under the bus. And I was like, what? I went outside and immediately busted out my phone and started recording. And we saw it and it looked like a water snake. It didn't look like it was a venomous snake, you know.
Mhm.
But still, even if it's not a venomous snake, we still honor it and we still protect it. We didn't kill it. We actually relocated it that day. And it went on into a safer place and it left on to go to the canal. I went on to the canal.
It went in the water.
It was trying to get to the canal because there's a canal behind my house. So we just relocated it back over there and it was fun and safe. And like I was telling you guys earlier, you got to appreciate life, not because it's a snake you want to go ahead and go with a shovel and kill it right away. You know, there's ways of treating species and animals. Life is very important, and I believe like even little bugs, you know, little bugs are important too. Every piece of life is important. You know, the bees play a big part of our in our ecosystem, and a lot of people, you know, are very fast to kill a bee. But like I said, like I appreciate life, and I will never kill a snake. So we relocated it, and it's happy, I believe.
There
Hey,
you
that's
go.
good.
You're a foster parent now. You didn't even know it.
Yeah, I was fostering snakes for a bit.
Hey, Scarlet Rose, you want to ask them that question we ask all our interviewees?
Oh yeah, I forgot the main question we usually
Well,
ask all our
it's
interviewees.
because we got Jaxx Fenixx on the show, and you know he's inspiring us with all this awesome truths that he's saying. And then of course he's got that awesome pineapple shirt. I can't get over that pineapple shirt, bro. I like it. I want one now. I'm jealous.
It reminds me of of SpongeBob because of the pineapple.
No,
Hey,
I was gonna
yeah.
say it remind me
I
of
love
Ace
pineapple.
Ventura. Ace
Oh,
Ventura, yeah.
Pet Detective. Well, that takes me back. You know what? Because I am a huge Jim Carrey fan, and
Me too.
a lot of the stuff that I do is because of Jim Carrey. A lot of the comedy bits that I do, it's because of Jim Carrey. So it's awesome that you bring him up because I do find him very inspirational. He's super funny, and I freaking love Jim Carrey.
Yeah, yeah. That's he's wearing a shirt like yours, like when he's going to the nut house. He's like, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. He's got that shirt on.
Yeah,
I'm doing that.
he's got the little
Little tutu
ballerina
on.
dress, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the tutu on. Yeah.
I
Oh my
remember that.
gosh.
I
Oh,
remember that.
but going back to the
Destiny,
question though.
you had to be there, Destiny. You had to be
Yeah.
there.
Going back to the question though, I love Jim Carrey too. I saw him in the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I mean, he's been there since like the first one, but
Yeah, he was
um,
hilarious.
Sonic
yeah.
2. Yeah, it was a good movie. I took my grandson to see that.
But
Real good movie.
going on track of the question, because I keep forgetting, because y'all keep distracting me. Oh my gosh. But
Close your
Jax,
eyes. Go look at him. Close your eyes.
but since you are a part of the Valley, we usually ask our interviewees that haven't come on our show yet this amazing question: is what is your favorite part about the Valley and why?
What is my favorite part about the Valley?
Yes.
Well, I love going to the beach. Just recently went to the beach, and I went with my girlfriend, and she bought a tent, and she bought a small barbecue pit, and she was like, "Babe, we should go camping now or what?" I was like, "You know what? Let's go to the beach." So we took my truck, we went to the Axis, like the Axis 6, Axis 5, whatever. So we found this area that there was nobody for like a whole, like the length of one axis, like whatever length axis 5 is, like that's whatever length of area we had. And we're just there, like we just camped in the middle of nowhere pretty much, and there was nobody there. And I made some shrimp with skewers, and they were fresh shrimp from a little local shop there that they catch the shrimp locally, and they catch the fish locally. So I like to go there instead of going to HEB, because HEB has the commercial stuff, and I like the good stuff. So I specifically go there because I also like to buy the tuna. They sell you the fresh tuna steaks, and that thing, you can just eat it raw. Like we eat it raw, like sushi, like sashimi. We just slice it up, eat it with soy sauce. So if you ask me what part of the Valley I love the most, it's the beach.
Hey, I think that's like the third consecutive answer that we've had for like
I was about to say that he is the third person. The first one was the Bookie. It's Spooky Bookie. The second one was John Parrish. Now him.
Well, if you really think about it, how lucky are we that we have a beach an hour away? Like, there's people that live in Ohio that don't have a beach. You know what I mean? So we are so lucky. But since we are locals and we live here, well, I mean, you don't live here anymore, right, Rock? You live in San Antonio. But
right,
as a Valley local, when you were a Valley local, and now that you live in San Antonio, you must. I mean, there's lakes and everything, but like the beach is different.
I still miss the island. Like a lot of people say, well, we go to Padre Island here in Corpus or Flower Bluff or Rockport. I go, yeah, but ain't nothing gonna beat South Padre Island, buddy. Nothing gonna beat South Padre Island.
We're so lucky. We have people coming from all over the place on spring break and year round, and it's a great vacation spot. So I love going to the beach, and I'm recently getting into. I'm about to start getting into fishing, because I'm going so regularly. So now I'm gonna go buy some fishing reels, and I'm gonna start fishing over there and just spend more time over there because it's fun.
It is.
But other than the island, since people already told you about the island, other than the island, what else do I like here in the Valley? No, just the island. There's nothing else to do here.
No, Jax, I was gonna say, like, now I expect you, since you're gonna become a fisherman, you're gonna probably like do some seafood restaurant there at like the island. You never know.
It's always been my dream to own a restaurant, and I know one day I'm gonna one day it's gonna happen. I love to cook. You got no idea how much I love to cook. I have some live videos. I have some videos. I have some reels. I have some TikToks where I'm cooking, and especially fish and pasta. If you like that kind of stuff, you love those kind of videos that I do.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Well, one of these days we're gonna have to do a podcast from your house. Cooking with Jaxx.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hell yeah. One day we do a podcast. I'll have everything set up, and I'll cook something up Gordon Ramsay style, baby.
Hey,
I can make you.
Oh man, Hell's Kitchen, huh?
Hell yeah, I love that shit. I can cook you a dish in less than 10 minutes, and it's like top quality shit. Trust me.
Have you ever just considered going on like MasterChef?
I have, and I have looked into it. And any of those shows I would be really interested in. It's just that I feel that I don't know, like I feel that I don't know, like I know I can win, but I don't know. I just haven't had the time to like actually submit my application or whatever. But now that you mention it, I'm probably gonna do it because I have looked into it. And I was watching the shows with Gordon Ramsay, and I was like, man, they basically get all the cheat sheets. Like they give them like all the stuff to memorize, like all the ingredients and everything. I was like, that's basically what I do every night. Every night I find something different to make, and I go to HEB and I make it. You know what I mean, for dinner. And a lot of times I don't even record it because it's so much food that I make that I'm like, I don't even feel like recording this.
Yeah.
Because I'm cooking all the time. So if you ask me, I'm confident I can win.
There you go.
Oh
So
my
do
gosh.
you put like your little old Mexican twist into the flavors and stuff?
Your little Mexican twist. That sounds funny. Yeah, well, like actually, like I do put my little Mexican, Hispanic, Latino heritage twist into it.
You went overboard with that.
No, but they want to. No, but yeah, like my food is the best, bro, for real. If I had a restaurant, like it would actually hit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna be down there on the 14th. You never know, I might just pop up at your house. Just un taco de volada.
Something cooked or whatever. It'll be my pleasure, bro.
Oh my
There you go. There you go.
Jaxx Fenixx.
Rose.
I have well, since we are out of time already, I was gonna ask you, do you have any social media plugins that you want to put out there, or even like any shout outs before we leave?
Oh yeah, sure thing. For social media, you can follow me at Jaxx Fenixx with double X on anywhere, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, Twitter. Everything is Jaxx Fenixx. And for my band, our YouTube, I would really appreciate it if you could go to your YouTube. We have a lot of content, a bunch of videos behind the scene. I think we're like the only band that does like behind the scenes MTV quality, videos. So like if you like that kind of stuff and you like that local scene and you want to see what's going on, we have a bunch of content on Venomous TV. Go to YouTube on Venomous TV and you're gonna love that.
So Venomous TV for YouTube.
Yeah, Venomous TV for YouTube. And like and also follow me at Fenixx Photography for Fenixx Photography. Any photography needs, call Jaxx Fenixx. There you go.
No, that's
but
what it's all about.
No, I really think
this guy's
you guys...
a multi-talented person. All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember RGV Rocks. That's what we do here. We like to bring out the Valley talents, and there, right there in front of you, is one of the greatest Valley talents, Mr. Jaxx Fenixx. Of course, lead singer, guitarist, photographer, cook, chef, playboy, taking the island. You know, shut up. He's just too much.
You gotta have fun while you're in this world, brother. You gotta have fun because we're only here for a short time. We're not here for a long time.
Well, let me tell you what, this has been one of the greatest interviews we've done. You know, you're tremendously a gifted person. You've got a great personality. You're very humble, and much respect to you and your fam. And also, you know, good to hear that it's already been 1 year that you've been sober, not drinking alcohol or anything like that. Big old applause for that.
Thank
you
you.
know.
Yeah.
And we got to credit Rock and Roll James for that too, because I know he was a great inspiration to you.
Yeah,
you know, now he's sober. More than 15 years he's been sober. You know that, man. And I've known James for 25 years, so imagine the other 5. But anyway, it's good to see that you're doing good. It's good to see that you're there. As far as any shout outs to anybody, you want to send a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, I want to send a shout out to all my #PBT family, Rock, to my madrina Rally, and Charlie Corona, and Ron and Fish, my girlfriend Pumpkin, my brother Snake, my brother Voodoo, my homies from the band, Rene, my homie Elias, and all the beautiful people and fans watching out there, watching the show, tuning in to RGV Rocks. Tune into RGV Rocks. I love this interview today. It was one of the funnest interviews I've ever done. Thank you so much for inviting me to the show. I'm full of adrenaline right now. I feel like I can keep going for hours with you guys. Thank you for having me, and we should definitely do this again.
All right. Thank you so much.
Definitely. we can't wait till you drop that album. We can't wait till you get ready to do your shows again or whatever. Let us know. We'll put you back on the air with us, and we'll do it again. You know, real quick. Another awesome Jaxx Fenixx interview. Of course, anytime you're welcome.
It'll be my honor and my pleasure, brother. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone out there watching. And always remember, it's better to be positive than negative. So always stay positive and be happy and make others happy, and good things are gonna happen to you.
All right.
You go.
That's solid advice. Oh my gosh.
You got chills. You got chills. I'm multiplying.
What's it called? Any shout outs?
I want to send out a shout out to my two beautiful daughters, like always, my Drenna D and Darlene Dre. Those are my two beautiful, gorgeous daughters. And then, of course, to my handsome grandson, Carson Dean. Grandpa loves you, baby boy. And, of course, to Jaxx Fenixx, thank you very much for agreeing to do this with us. And everybody at PVT as well. Everybody in the RGV Rock section as well. I thank you guys for listening and watching. Miss Scarlett Rose.
Yes, if you guys want to check us out or learn more about what we do on our show, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Facebook and Instagram is just RGV Rocks, and Twitter is Rocks RGV. Once again, Facebook and Instagram is just RGV Rocks, and Twitter is Rocks RGV. I want to send a huge shout out to Jaxx Fenixx, of course, for joining us here on the show. My co-host Rudy, thank you so much for being with me on these shows. So thank you so much. And as well as everybody listening to KCYP 97.7 FMLP, the city. We'll see you next time on RGV Rocks.
Peace.
See ya.
Hey.